first thing we're going to do is we're going to clean this surface all around where the rubber gasket goes on the CVT cover. I'm going to use a paper towel with some denatured alcohol on it just to make sure it's good and clean. The next thing we need to do before we put our CVT cover up back on is to disable this KEBC system, which is the engine brake system. What I've done now is gone and put the 8 bolts that hold the CVT cover back in, and I've been very careful to make sure that no wires were pinched or anything like that. And you can tell, and I'm real happy to say that once I unplugged that KEBC, now when I turn the key on, no more I have to say I'm not sad to see that go. I looked it up in the manual, and the CVT cover bolts are supposed to be torqued to 78 inch-pounds, so since I don't have a torque wrench that'll do that, I'm having to use my hand torque wrench. Now what I'm doing is just tighten them up a little at a time. They're hand tight now, and I'm going to go around and tighten each one in a crisscross pattern until I feel like it's tight enough. We now have the CVT cover reinstalled and torqued down to factory specs. It's time to put this connector back together. I'm going to go ahead and put a little dielectric grease in here, just to ensure that, or help ensure that this stays dry and making a really good connection. Next, we reinstall the exhaust for the CVT. Kind of slip it back on here. I know I'm in the picture, sorry. And it has some little tongue and groove type of setup here to make it easy to put on. Just need to get some zippy ties to finish installing it and make it secure. As you can see, I've reinstalled my support piece here, and I've put my fuel system and everything back on it, hooked my coil back up, hooked my vacuum system back up to it and everything. I still got the KEBC unplugged. The next thing I'm going to do is do a little housework, and then I'm going to reinstall my fuel tank. Back with the tank. Luckily we're having a gas shortage right now, and dumped all my gas that was in my tank into my wife's Kia and that worked out good for her and myself both. Okay, we got our fuel pickup line back installed. We got our vent line installed. Now we got to do is install the straps that hold the tank down. Anyway, anytime you're doing an assembly with multiple bolts holding it on, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you need to tighten them by hand first and get everyone in, get it started and everything copacetic before you start tightening any one of the group down. Then once you have everything in by hand, it's okay to tighten everything up with the ratchet. That's it. We are basically ready for a test ride. All I got to do is fill the tank back up and put my seat in the driver's side and my seat belt in. Let's go for a test ride.